When it comes to the business of food, few companies do it better than the Union Square Hospitality Group. Founder Danny Meyer has built a hospitality empire that continues to transform the food service and restaurant industries. Today, we sit down with the CEO and industry innovator as he shares his unique insights into the business of food. In thinking past sort of Shake Shack, and you've also now recently started a fund, Enlighted Hospitality Investments. So maybe tell us a little bit about some of the investments in that portfolio, and again, the criteria of those emerging brands that you're looking at.
Well, we've had such a positive experience with investors who banked on us that we said maybe we could turn the tables. So what if we could recognize other companies and ideas and leaders whose cultures are very much aligned with ours and who would like to have an investor could also be strategically active in helping them to achieve some of their goals. And so we created a fund called Enlighted Hospitality Investments. We raised capital from a number of like-minded limited partners, and now we had the opportunity to make some strategic growth investments in other companies. Many of them are in the food world or in the technology world that faces the hospitality industry.
Right, food world or adjacent to the food world.
Yes.
They all work together. So Danny, one of the issues that most of our clients are dealing with at some point in their life cycle is the idea or the thought of some sort of liquidity event. So I wanted to talk to you. You've had a lot of experience with this on a couple fronts. I guess let's start first with Union Square Hospitality. As you've grown over the time, how did you approach looking at different investors or capital sources for that?
Well, at the very, very outset, it was my mom, my uncle, and an aunt with Union Square Cafe.
Good investors, yeah.
Good, really nice investors, really patient investors.
Yes.
And then over time, I remember getting advice from my now late grandfather who said, you really need to go beyond your family because you'll never know if this was actually a good investment until you go to other people for it. And I learned a lot of lessons over time. But the one, I think, truism that has stood the test of time is this. There's no such thing as a free investor. There's always an expectation on the other side of something. And the question is, how well can you align your investors' needs with your needs? And what I've found is that if we share a view on time horizon and we share a view on values, that's a really, really good start. If we're off on either one of those two items, there's probably trouble brewing. As Warren Buffett famously said, and I'll paraphrase, companies get the investors they deserve. And I think that the clearer we can be with any prospective investor as to who we are and what we believe in, as well as what our time horizon is, that sets us up to have a much, much greater batting average for a good outcome.
Right. I mean, we always tell our clients, focus on finding the right partner, not just the numbers, right? Because the other will hopefully follow.
I believe that when you pursue the things you believe in the most, that's when the success tends to ensue.